Hey guys, welcome to my little corner of the internet. Today I wanted to talk about self-care. Before we do that though, we have to talk about its recent popularity. Self-care became more popular around 2017 to 2018, and it has become so popular that people have tried to capitalize on it, which is how you know a trend has reached peak mainstream. These newer generations are much more open about mental health. As described on NPR, millennials are the generation of emotional intelligence. I created this video to talk about what self-care really is, because I feel like it has become a little warped due to social media. Today I thought that we could have a discussion about self-care over face masks. So this is the Pink Chill Out face mask with cucumber. It's a calming clay face and body mask. Honestly, I don't know if this is really doing much because let me look at the ingredients. Oh, it says you're a cucumber. That's so cute. I mean, I guess that's what they were going for. Is there like an ingredients list? I definitely should have looked at the ingredients list before I started slathering this on my face, but that's fine. It's fine. My skin's not that sensitive. I don't think it'll be that deep. I always see like memes about like, oh, like I have like this mental health issue, but I'm just gonna put on a face mask to deal with it. And I feel like these like newer generations, like including mine, like really use humor to deal about these things that are not even stupid things, making jokes and memes about these very real, like, oh my god, I just realized the door is open. They're making jokes about these very like real issues that they're having, and sometimes making a joke about it isn't like the healthy coping mechanism. And recently, self-care has become very popular on social media. I feel like there's always like these self-care threads, and there's always like somebody talking about self-care in one way or the other. And it's just like it's not a real like, oh my god, other people, like other YouTubers, when they put on a mask, they look so like cute. I look like a fucking gremlin. Whatever, these are the cards that I was dealt. Now, because of like social media, people have like a misrepresentation of what self-care is. And as someone who was into self-care before self-care was like a thing, I'm here to give my 2 cents. Also, this little patch is gonna bother me, so let me just... I definitely got this mask from like the Pink like outlet store for like super cheap too. So also, please excuse my grandma gown. I got this from Walmart for like $10, and it is the most comfortable thing I've ever worn in my entire life, and I'm going to wear it for my self-care video. Sue me. Self-care has recently surged in popularity. A lot of people have been talking about it on social media, about being mindful, about like a lot of the words that come out are like mindful and soul and mental health, and like those are very abstract concepts that are very difficult to, you know, specify. There's this misrepresented idea of what self-care is, and a lot of people just think it's like taking a bath or putting on face mask or like journaling. And yes, those things can be acts of self-care. There's something that promote mindfulness within you, but the reality is that self-care activities are activities that promote like your stability in mental and emotional health. And maybe putting on a face mask and drinking some calming tea is what does it for you, but there's also the hard side of self-care that people don't really talk about. For me, it's making myself go to sleep, and I know that sounds like really stupid. I'm 21 years old. What do you mean going to sleep, having a bedtime? I mean, if I don't set my bedtime on my iPhone for 10 o'clock and stop using my electronic devices at 10 o'clock so that I can go to sleep at 11, I will literally stay up until 3 a.m. watching TV shows, watching YouTube videos, whatever. And it affects my mental health. I did it last night. Last night, I literally stayed up until 3 a.m., watched Victorious, and it was like, and I didn't sleep, and then I woke up at 9 a.m. and I didn't go to sleep until 4, and I only got 5 hours of sleep, and I was like tired by like 5 o'clock. It's because I didn't get enough sleep. That's when my self-care has to come in. 5 or 6 days out of the week, I'm pretty good. But then like sometimes I will fall off and I'll end up, sabotaging myself. And it's like me, when I'm about to sabotage myself, it's me stopping myself from doing that. It's a lot of what you need and not what you want, and what you emotionally need. I know when people think of needs, they think of food, shelter, and water, but there are also emotional needs, and they're different for every person. So if you don't have those emotional needs met, and those emotional needs are emotional needs that you have to fulfill within yourself. It's kind of like you can't play in a band unless you know how to play the instrument on your own. You can't expect emotional fulfillment from another person unless you're emotionally fulfilled yourself. A lot of times what can happen when you don't engage in self-care or in proper self-care and you don't take care of your mental and emotional well-being, you can develop anxiety, you can even develop depression, you have bouts of anger, it affects your sleep, it's your mental health, so it affects everything. For me, self-care is letting myself veg out, and that sounds weird. We're literally calling out people who are saying self-care is taking baths and putting on face masks, but sometimes I just work myself to the bone and I can't even think anymore, and I'll still push myself, and I have to just let myself sit in front of a TV and not really think about something, which is what I was doing while planning this video. I was watching Sorry to Bother You. A lot of self-care acts that I saw online when I was researching for this video were meditation, painting, journaling. These are all activities that promote mindfulness and mental awareness. You have to be aware, and I'm getting pretty good at this. When I get upset, I kind of have to sit myself down and talk myself through it. What am I feeling? I'm feeling anger. Why am I feeling anger? Because this person did this thing. Why is the fact that this person did this thing making me angry? And I will just keep asking myself questions until I hit a wall or until I start talking in circles. And sometimes you have to let the other person know, and sometimes you can keep it to yourself. But I honestly recommend keeping it to yourself because it's supposed to be within yourself. A lot of times I have a hard time understanding this. When we work out, bodies get sore and we let it rest, and our brains need to do the same thing. Our brains are active all the time, and if we keep pushing and pushing and pushing, they're gonna give out. So that's my little self-care talk. I'm gonna wash this off and probably go to sleep. I hope you guys had a wonderful day. I will see you next time.